If you want to continue to follow our adventure, click subscribe. So you don't miss anything, click the bell notification. I made a video a while back, about a week ago I guess, where I talked about where I got kicked out of the National Forest, the DeSoto National Forest in Mississippi. And I'll put a link to that video right here. In that video, I talked about the importance, for me, of planning your adventure. Making sure that you have a destination, you know what it's all about. Wow! The feedback I got clearly indicated that planning your adventure is just, why are you doing that? That is just insane. Now, the thing is if you say you didn't plan something, of course, they'll come back, and I've done this in the past where I said, I failed to plan to do this, and they'll say, oh yeah, you got to have a plan and 6 backup plans. So it's always funny to me that when you say, okay, this time I really planned. No, you don't have a plan. You don't need a plan. No, you just do it. You just go. Being a nomad is all about being free. Well, I obviously need to clarify some things here because planning is vitally important. For example, I'm sitting here and I'm recording a video by the lake, right? Even in the video, I show this lake. And somebody says, well, you don't need a plan, just relax. You're just way too stressed out. He says, right now I'm at the Home Depot having a bowl of chili in my camper. So your lifestyle without planning means that you get to sleep at Home Depot and have a bowl of chili. However, I get to sit at a lake. Even though I had to leave Mississippi, my plan still allowed me to sit by the lake and have grilled bratwurst. So, I think the planning idea was a lot better and that's the thing is a lot of people don't realize that I don't want to go park in parking lots and rest areas because I don't feel like that's the adventure. If I'm spending all my time in the city parked in parking lots, then why don't I just go back and live in the house? I want to be out here in nature. Now, the other aspect of this is financial. I know that the longtime subscribers are going to know what I'm getting ready to say here, but obviously a lot of people didn't connect the dots in that last video. You can't just drive. You will eventually run out of money if you just keep driving. I budget $160 a month. That's what I allow myself each month to have for gas. Now, that doesn't mean that's all the money I make. I could, if I wanted to, spend more money, but I don't want to, so I'm not going to. Now, let's just assume that I don't have a budget, that I live paycheck to paycheck, let's say Social Security, and I just drive until I run out of money. Well, then what? What if I drove and then got kicked out by the National Forest and had no money to drive any further? I don't spend the whole $160 just on driving from destination to destination. I will need to use some of that money to drive to the store and to sightseeing destinations. So let's just say I budget out 500 miles for traveling, from one campsite to another campsite or from one state to another state. And that gives me another 500 miles that I could drive to, towns to get groceries, get supplies, and to go see sightseeing destinations. I drove, 300 or 400 miles to get to Mississippi. And then when I got kicked out, I had to drive all the way to Texas. Now, a lot of people have said, why didn't you just find another location in Mississippi? Well, 2 reasons actually. And this is the reason why planning is so important. We got kicked out at 9 o'clock. They said they were going to close the gate at 11 o'clock. So what am I supposed to do? Get on my computer and immediately start looking for other camping locations in Mississippi? Or am I supposed to get packed up and leave? Well, I did take a few minutes, and I tell you, it was the wrong decision to do. I did look in Mississippi. I found a spot, and freecampsites.net said it had internet and everything I needed. Well, when we got there, it didn't have anything. So it was wrong, which can happen. So that meant that all this, rushing around looking for a campground was a bad idea because I didn't take the time that I needed to research things. And regardless of what people think, I got to have internet. I mean, I got to have internet because I work. So we went ahead and left. Secondly, was this whole tornado thing coming. You got to remember, they closed down the National Forest because of bad weather. Well, yeah, bad weather was there. So what I should have done looking for another campground and really messing that up, I should have just went ahead and went straight to Texas, which is what we ended up doing anyways. We came to Texas. Thing is, I want you to understand, is I've spent all our gas money. Now, another thing is people are thinking that I need to just slow down and relax and don't worry about anything because I said I'm going to go to Arizona in July. And people don't understand why I can't go early or go late or any of this stuff. Well, okay, first of all, we are going to the North Rim Grand Canyon. And when I said in that video, if I get there too early, it's going to be cold. And a lot of people said, no, you're wrong. Arizona's hot. Arizona's hot, I agree with you. North Rim is not hot, it's cold. Nighttime temperatures, the lows are like, upper 30s, low 40s in June. So I'd rather go in July when the nighttime temperatures are around the 48 to 50 degrees range. I don't want to leave an environment that I'm comfortable in, such as Texas, where it's warm at night and warm during the day. I'm comfortable to go into a climate that I'm cold and I won't be able to go outside and enjoy things because I'm cold and I'm staying inside. So, I try to plan the weather, internet, distances to resources. Does it have water? Another person suggested that if I was doing such great research, then I would know that North Rim is not 9,000 feet in elevation, it's 8,000 feet in elevation. Well, I actually didn't say that in the video. I said it in the comments, and he is right. The North Rim observation deck, actually he's not right, he's kind of right. The observation deck is 8,300 feet. But the location that I'm going to is, I think, 8,800 feet. And then the next location that I want to go to is 8,900 feet. So being that high up in elevation, you're going to have cooler temperatures. Now, anybody that's followed any of the nomadic channels will all know that if you're going to stay in Arizona and be a nomad, you go up in elevation during the summer and down in elevation in the winter. Well, that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm going to go up in elevation in Arizona. Thanks for watching. Click like if you like the video, and happy travels.